How many podcasts do you listen to on a daily basis? Not including this one, obviously.
3.
3. So every day you're listening to 3.
Every day I listen to at least 15 minutes of 3.
Wow. Okay.
I have the attention span the size of an ant.
Respect. I'm at about 7 hours of podcasting a day.
Lord.
And it's all sports podcasts.
Lord.
But you know what was nice though is today, after the night after the Oscars, no one watched them. In the sports world, I feel like no one really paid attention to any of the movies. So if you didn't watch the movies, there's really no point in watching the Oscars, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, a lot of people make fun of me, by the way. Okay. I don't know if you know this.
Well, shame on them.
Do you know that? Well, do you know that like there's a phrase or a saying going around that like, oh, every other white guy has a podcast.
Oh no.
I want to make a statement right now. 1, where are you from? Where's your family from?
Born and raised here in Los Angeles.
Oh.
Why?
No, I was going to like, aren't you Hispanic?
Oh, like, yeah. I'm like Mexican and Puerto Rican and
See,
Austrian.
folks,
yeah. And you're not, but you're also not white. You're Italian.
I'm Italian, which is technically.
Would you consider that white?
Let's get into the show.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Manly Things.
Sort of.
Podcast where we're talking men's fashion, and it is the Oscars episode. Award season is officially over. And this is our I've
been really busy, being everyone's wardrobe stylist.
But this is our Super Bowl. I feel like the fashion world Super Bowl and paying attention to what everyone's wearing, who's going to win what. Before we get into that, my name is Evan Simonich, celebrity menswear stylist. Sally John, to my left here, is going to open up his phone and look up the job description that he has this week.
Yeah, I wish I could say I was more prepared for this, but my name is Sally John, and this week I started a YouTube channel specific to post tutorials on different ways to put on t-shirts. I have a very special one.
Well, people made fun of you actually. No, I don't say make fun of you.
Well, they did.
But they called you out on, wait, that's a weird way to put on your t-shirts.
Yeah. I'll take a video of myself and we'll just overlay it right here. And
it's always a weird thing when you do something on a regular basis that people are going to call you out for because they think it's different and whatnot. But
yeah, some people think the way that I do it is magic because it kind of like I levitate a little bit.
Okay.
When I do, not my t-shirt, right. I levitate.
But you also can't teach that.
I've taught it to a few people.
And then do they still do it to this day?
Nope.
Okay.
It's a skill too hard to master.
But speaking of t-shirt, I like what you're wearing today. I like the derbies. I like the button-up shirt that you got going on. What are you wearing today?
Guidi, but check it out. Like, come on. I need a new cobbler because...
Yeah, I got a good one for you.
Thank you.
Take Pasquale on San Vicente. Yeah, it's a good one. You don't like them?
That's who did it.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, sorry, Pasquale. I'm going to some guy in Malibu, I think, or when he opens. Oh, shit. Never mind. Then I have Dr. Collectors. I have worn these for 2 months straight, and they're getting smelly. This is from Glass Cypress. Love the beading detail. And this is from Hollywood Hatters. I'm wearing it backwards tonight.
Like
who?
Like Samuel L. Jackson.
Hurts.
Oh, okay.
That's even better.
Well, yeah, he's known for the Kangol, the whole backwards.
Quick anecdote about the Oscars. I love Conan O'Brien's little jokes that he put in when he said, "And now welcoming to the stage Samuel M. Jackson and Selena L. Gomez."
Yeah, that was good. I like that. I thought he was actually really good. I'll say I thought Timothy was maybe going to do some leather again. This is an ode to Timothy and his whole award season outfit look, but went with the leather blazer, white t-shirt, and black jeans and boots. These are not cowboy boots today. These are like my these were some of the first designer things I ever bought. Saint Laurent boots. Bought them for a wedding. I've worn them to like 4 or 5 weddings, so they've danced a ton on the dance floor.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
You look gorgeous today.
Thank you, man. Very nice of you to say. What was the Oscars episode? Last year we did the tuxedo. This year I was like, yeah, fuck that. We're not going to do the tuxedo again. Okay, so overall, man, what did you think about the Oscars? How was your viewing experience? What did you do? What did you think?
I thought it started off really strong. Obviously. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande.
I thought about you immediately.
Oh my God. The only thing I wish there was more of was the song "Home" from The Wiz, which Cynthia Erivo sang, the second half of that little tribute.
Yes.
That song should have been sung all the way through because
it was short.
Oh, and they skip. Oh God, I love that song so much. I cry every time. Then I'll be honest, the show kind of died. I mean, sorry, Doja, but the show crumbled after that.
Yeah, the whole 007 thing was funky.
Weird.
Necessary? Like, why 007?
Because they're being bought. They got
by
bought
Amazon,
by Amazon,
right?
So it was funny because we were all sitting there. We were like, oh, this is literally just the industry mourning the fact that Amazon's going to completely fuck this entire franchise up. Yeah. It was an insane thing to do.
It's almost going to be like overexposed now, huh? So yeah, so the reason why the Oscars did that was because they could do it. Right. Yeah, basically. Okay. And Margaret Qualley dancing, not great.
Here's what I'll say. Okay. The only good thing was Lisa. She sounded phenomenal.
And White Lotus. We'll get into that too.
I've never seen it, but
okay.
I almost like reacted very fakely. Oh, it was amazing.
Or no, but the singer Ray, almost like English singer that passed away.
Amy Winehouse.
Very much like Amy Winehouse.
Yeah. There's a lot of similar attributes, but again, and then the Quincy Jones tribute
was just so quick.
I'm like, where's Rashida? Where are I loved Morgan Freeman's speech, and here's Queen Latifah singing "Ease on Down the Road." It was like, okay, what a fucking buzzkill. Now I don't even feel bad.
Yeah. No, I get that. And I thought Conan was good when the whole like wasting time thing, and then he burst out into the number. I was like, okay, we just get to the award show. Cause it was like, got to be like 7:15, 7:30. It was like, the show's still going on. It was like 3.5 hours, So obviously it was a little long, but
almost as long as The Brutalist and Adrian Brody's speech. Jesus Christ, dude.
I know. There was a lot of commentary on the speech. And I don't think he meant to be like,
yeah, I've done this before.
I've done it. You're right. I don't think he was boasting at all, but I think it was just like, I just want Best Actor again. Give me the time to speak. But
understandable.
As a parent, I genuinely thought Wild Robot was going to win song and animated movie. So we were a little disappointed that Wild Robot got swept. We were big Wild Robot fans. My daughter watches it on a daily basis. Have you seen Wild Robot? Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. The music from there is really, really good.
Did you see Flo, the Latvian?
No.
I really need to see that.
Yeah.
That looks very interesting.
From my understanding, the music from that also is really good. But that's animated
Speaking
features.
of music, what the hell were the composers of Amelia Perez doing?
I know. Yeah. Especially at the end of the speech, like when they were supposed to be walking off, and then she just breaks into the song.
Leaned back in the chair like, is this really happening?
I know. Yeah. I was happy. I loved the Kieran Culkin anecdote at the very end of his speech. Talking about his kid.
That.
I know. I'm worried though, because for whatever reason, I'm around a lot of people that have 4 kids, and being someone that has 3 kids, there's something in the cards telling me to have a 4th kid. Is that I think it's a bad idea, right?
Well, what award do you have to win?
Right.
In order for that to happen?
I don't want to even make a joke about that, but the guys brought it. I thought the women actually dressed like significantly better.
Impeccably.
From the Oscars actual show to the Vanity Fair party, I thought the women brought it significantly more than
as
men.
Well they should.
Yeah. No, it was great. Do you like Conan O'Brien, or did you think that he just?
I was weirded out at first, and like you could totally tell that he was shaking off all the like cobwebs.
Because we haven't seen him in a while.
Right. But by, I think 30, 45 minutes in, he was just cruising. Right. And I mean, again, I loved the little jokes he was putting in between. I mean, my favorite was the, whatever Gascon. If you're gonna tweet after the show, my name is Jimmy Kimmel.
I know, and she doesn't really speak English, so she would even turned to whoever she was with. She's like, "What did he?" Yeah, right. It was good. And then luckily on my end, you guys have been telling me to watch Anora since day one. So my wife and I watched Anora the Saturday night before going into the Oscars. Thank goodness, because we obviously were rooting for that movie. and absolutely loved it. Loved everything about it. And also just getting to know the director, writer, editor of the movie, the fact that he swept all that stuff. Yeah, huge.
Very impressive.
Yeah. When did you see Anora, though? You saw it really early on.
I think I saw it maybe a month and a half ago. And I want to shout out Sean Baker and Mikey Madison in the cast, because there was so much animosity coming to this point where, like, people in the sex worker community and people outside of it who respect the sex worker community were hating on this movie so much because they felt and have heard rumor that there was a lack of respect, but both of their speeches were, I think, resolved all of these outstanding rumors and issues. And they really gave an ode to the community, the sex work community. And again, the movie, I think, is a great representation of it as well. Their performances are phenomenal.
So good. So good. Also, just the fact that, like, she's really obviously the bigger actor of the whole crew, and really not a lot of people know who she is. But no, she actually absolutely crushed it. Being in almost like every scene too. She was great. But also, like, going into that, we had no idea that it was an independent film, first off, and the fact that it took $6 million to make, and that's one of the biggest budgets he's ever had to make a movie. So kudos to him. Excited to see what he does after this. Hopefully he gets bigger projects. If he wants bigger projects, I think some people like thriving off of a smaller budget like that. But overall, yeah, that was huge. I think my favorite moment was seeing our friend Jack Quaid's mother come on, Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal. I feel like they always have someone. They always kind of throw it back to someone to bring out, like, to call it the best movie. And so to have them come on was actually really sweet, because you could tell they still have that banter. Meg Ryan's so sweet. Even her just like walking out, I think she might be a little hurt. She was like limping a little bit. But like, and then Conan saying, Billy Crystal, the best Oscar host of all time. That was really sweet. Yeah. What'd you think about that?
I wasn't really paying attention to that part, but everything you said, I agree with.
But you've seen, like, Sleepless in Seattle. Not even Sleep. I'm sorry. When Harry Met Sally and all those classic rom-com movies.
No, I the only rom-com I've seen is The Family Stone, and that's really depressing.
That is very... You've got mail?
No.
Nothing? Okay, well...
Oh, that one with Taylor Swift. I saw that one.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that was
with
awful.
Taylor Lautner.
God, that was terrible.
Not good. Yeah. Okay, we did some homework. But no, we'll get into the fashion stuff. Overall, an entertaining show, but obviously, like, a little on the longer side. Personally happy we saw Anora just because it won everything. Were you rooting for something that didn't win, or were you happy with do you think everyone deserved who won the Oscar?
Yeah, I do think, I think it played out very nicely, and the surprise wasn't that surprising because the entire awards season, minus Adrian Brody and Zoe Saldana, it's sort of
true, and Kieran Culkin too.
Yeah, it's sort of been all over the place.
Yeah,
kind of. There have been a few trends, but I think honestly, what I was mostly underwhelmed with were, like, this idea that during red carpet season, these stylists and these celebrities, like, plan things ahead and, like, possibly tell a story and sort of build upon what they start. And then the Oscars, as you said, is the Super Bowl of the entertainment industry or the movie industry. And I think that just the final looks were underwhelming. I mean, particularly, sorry, but Coleman Domingo, we'll get to it.
Really?
I think that was my least favorite. I'm not saying anything
interesting
right now, but we'll get into it soon.
Yeah. No, I want to get into it because I agree with you with that. I think they were kind of paying their respects to the whole award season and coming into the Oscars, but I agree with you. I was a little underwhelmed with what some of the guys were wearing. Even just like the kind of, you know how, like, there's just random people like what's a Top Gun guy name from
Miles Teller.
So there are some people there that, like, why are they there? You know, like, you know, and so I feel like when you see people like that, you expect them to bring in a little bit more, but, you know, they just kind of fall flat a little bit. But who I really loved, who we're gonna start talking about the fashion aspect of things. He didn't walk the red carpet, and kind of classic Cillian Murphy in that regard. but he came out to award was it Best Actor? Best Actor, right? Came out to award Best Actor, and I loved this outfit. However, I just wish he buttoned it up. So he's in there's not even a red carpet photo. This is just from the actual award ceremony. He's in a black tuxedo, double-breasted, monster lapels, but I love a double-breasted with a tie, like a long tie versus a bow tie, because you only see the tie like just a little bit. But I think having that, just kind of a different, I don't know, eye movement versus like a bow tie and the long tie. I love this look. What do you think about this one?
I think it epitomizes like classic Hollywood fashion, particularly the Oscars and like a red carpet look. A question for you. The idea of wearing a bow tie with a double-breasted suit, I think it instinctually makes more sense to me, because seeing that negative space between the collar and either the vest underneath or the fold of the jacket, it's a break in the whole look. However, after you explaining why you like it, I do like how it's a straight line all the way down, and it's a lot easier to look at for some reason. I do wish there was and then here's my question. Would you put a vest with this long tie? Because I think I've seen that before, and like they puff up the tie out a little bit.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. No, I think the vest would get lost in this look, because the double-breasted is such a high cut that you wouldn't see the vest unless he was on the red carpet and he had, he swept the jacket out and hand in the pocket kind of situation. I love that look. I think that's a very sartorial look when they purposefully, if you're wearing a tie, you almost purposely push it up a little bit just to get a little bit of like attitude and swagger to it, I feel like. He's not that type of person, I feel like, right? I think there are cool people who can pull that off. I don't think he's one of them. I just think with this one, like kind of like what you said, it has to be a skinny tie, right? Like it can't be a super thick, big tie. I think this tie is like the perfect size for what he's trying to pull off. I just wish he'd button the jacket, because it just does look like a huge jacket on him, right? Yeah. So, Cillian Murphy, good to see you, man. And looking for whatever Peaky Blinders movie coming out here pretty soon. I think they're working on
filming
that
right now.
Yeah. So we kind of broke the looks up into like 4 or 5 different categories, and the first ones we're going to talk about, who I think we've discussed over the whole award season, is this whole monochromatic vibe. And I want to start off with Andrew Garfield. I think this is an incredible look. He's in an all brown Gucci tuxedo look with a silk shirt. I love what Gucci's done with like the satin on the lapels. They're just a little different. The satin ribbon is on the inside of the lapel versus the whole lapel. And the fact he's wearing glasses and everything, shirt open, no bow tie. The tailoring and everything is beautiful. The one thing I'm just going to critique is the fact that and I texted you during the show, we've seen this before. I feel like he's done this a handful of times. Don't get me wrong, he's by far one of the best dressed at who went to the Oscars. Unfortunately, we've just seen this look so many times from him. But overall, great look.
Yeah, shout out WAB. Really good look.
Nice.
It looks like, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm kind of turned on, because what I really want to do, he looks like a chocolate fondue. I want to put my finger and like smear it
chocolate, right?
Like just, and they go,
right,
and tell him that he looks so good. What I don't like, sorry, the sunglasses.
I was going to ask you about the sunglasses.
They're not, I don't want them. And if they have to be there, I wish they were just black and not this like orange gradient.
I know. And it's the Oscars. I think you have to have that respect element for the Oscars. Even Miles Teller wore glasses in a beautiful Brioni tuxedo, but wore glasses. I think it's the Oscars, man. Like if you are the only person wearing glasses there's an issue, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I love the look. Maybe show up with the glasses on, but I feel like when you're gonna walk the red carpet, I feel like you should respect the Oscars and don't do it.
He would have taken them off after he saw me licking like
right. Kieran Culkin, congratulations to him. Obviously, great speech again. Chloe Hartstein has done a great job with him over this award season. He is in a Xenia, all black tuxedo shirt, tie, and pants. However, it's like I want to say it's like a navy or green jacket, right? It's an interesting
really
color,
interesting
right?
color,
Beautiful
yeah.
color. But I love that monochromatic look where it is matching the tie, the shirt, and the pants, or like some element to it. It could even be a different color pants and having the top half be monochromatic. But I love the fact that he wore the bow tie. He's got the brooch on the lapel, which we obviously saw a lot of over the evening. What do you think about this look?
I like the look a lot. I like the suit jacket a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have a little bit of a belly, and I think that one little connecting piece requires a flat stomach.
Yeah.
So honestly, goal weight. I'm trying to fit into that kind of jacket.
Yeah.
I don't like his grooming. Maybe it's just we shouldn't see a side profile.
What are you saying?
Him.
Yeah, this is we are looking at the side profile, so it does look like the sideburn is a little disconnected, right? It almost looks like he just didn't trim it or anything.
And I don't like the duck bill coming out from his hair. I would have rather him like slick it back or like messy in the front. I will say, you know Jeff Familetti?
Jeff Familetti, no.
Dave and I's friend?
No.
Who's
Can we get a picture of Jeff?
Yeah. He
no,
looks,
we'll put it right here.
Yeah, they
Good old
look
Jeff.
exactly
Really?
alike in this picture.
Okay.
It's wild.
From
Jeff,
Philly or New York?
Philly.
Okay, good to know.
I'll show you a picture of him later.
Yeah. Good, Jeff. But I love what he, because obviously when guys get groomed, they're told like not to, just don't touch your hair throughout the night or whatever. When he's giving his speech, he was like, I feel like that's just that his nervous tick, right? And he just kept on going through his hair, and I like that. I like the fact that it's keeping it all natural. So I was actually all for this, but great job, Chloe. Great job, Kieran. Overall, congratulations. He's great in the movie. So go see The Real Pain. And up next with the monochromatic look, we have Jeremy Pope. I want to say this was, oh man, I had the designer name for this one. Beaumont. That's right. I'm sorry. Beautiful look. The amount of confidence you have to wear something like this. So it's an all satin look. To remind me of the cut of the jacket.
It's a Nehru jacket.
A Nehru jacket.
Comes from Eastern fashion.
Eastern fashion, right. It's buttoned up all the way to the neck. It almost has like a priestly vibe to it for the listening audience. Goes the collar, almost like a band collar all the way up to the neck. And a little bit of like a wide leg, a straight leg trouser. It has a little flare at the bottom. The pointed, the shoes too. Talk about this look for you. I know you like this one.
I've sent this one to you because I've missed Jeremy Pope and I've missed looking at his fashion because I haven't seen him in a few years.
Yeah.
When he and David were doing stuff for Hollywood, their shoots for like Variety and my God, they were gorgeous. And Jeremy Pope always astounds me on the red carpet because, as you said, he takes risks and he has so much confidence in what he wears. The watch, by the way, is amazing.
We need sunglasses to look at that boy, right?
I love how it's that and his finger ring and a little shot of the diamond. That's the only pop. Everything else is just like perfectly flat and contoured to his body. Also, his hair and skin.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's perfect.
I think we discussed it too, where the whole pinky ring vibe is tough to pull off on the red carpet because I don't think you really ever see it. I think it's a good idea to have it on the pointer finger because obviously that's the first thing that you see, at least the camera sees. So yeah, having that ring there is obviously on purpose. But if this was a different color, I think it would just be a lot for the Oscars. I think the fact that he's wearing all black and especially the fabric being satin, so it has a little bit of that shine. I think it was beautiful, perfect, all for it. And I'm a very straight man. This guy is beautiful. I can't not look at his eyes because you do get lost in these guys. He's breathtaking. Yeah. So great job.
I'm trying to get into pinky rings, and I was just practicing the poses. I know that there's this pose, and I know that there's this pose.
Well, especially to show off the watch, but then you're also, it's not a bad move to go watch pinky ring on the same hand.
Crazy combo.
Right. That's where you have to be touching
Spread the
face.
wealth, dude. I don't know about all that.
Jerry Pope styled himself.
Did he really? We have moved on to the Saint Laurent element to the show.
Oh,
what they're doing with suiting right now is awesome.
breathtaking.
So good, dude. So good. And we have these two lovely people, Calum Harper, who I did have to look up, model, and we have our boy Drew Starkey from last episode, who we thought was the best dressed. He's the only person we're talking about at the Vanity Fair party we felt worthy to talk about, because this is tremendous. It is so good. So both of them are in a double-breasted suit, almost like it looks like a suit from the early 90s, a little oversized. And we'll talk about Callum here first, because he went to the Oscars. So he's in a white, almost like a cream tuxedo with a white shirt and then a like peach tie and glasses. We're going to do without the glasses, but it actually brings in the whole look, because he has then black loafers on to bring it out, and just perfection. I personally, if I saw this look on a hanger, I wouldn't have done black with it, but with the glasses and I think it all works really well. What do you think about this?
He would be the only person that is okay being the only one at the Oscars wearing sunglasses, because I mean, he's a model. He's not necessarily there for any other reason but to show the fashion.
Yeah.
But what styled perfectly.
So good.
With the peach tie, with the color of his hair, anchoring down the black shoes with the sunglasses, and then conveniently enough, perfectly matching the tie to the shade in the background.
I mean, that is perfectly happenstance. There's no way he knew that was going to happen. I don't think.
Oh my God.
So good though.
Him and Drew Starkey are battling out for my number one spot.
Right.
I'm already choosing my number one. Sorry.
Well, both of them. So obviously you'll see both the pictures. I will say the one thing I'm going to lean towards Drew just because of the length of the tie. So the length of the tie should always touch the tip of like the top of your pants, and with a extremely high waisted trouser like these guys are wearing, I do think it should actually creep over that band a little bit. And I think Drew Starkey, it's like probably 2 inches. I feel like this is very phallic speak that we're discussing here. But I just like the length of his tie more than the other dude. But do you know who he is? Do you know who Callum is?
Flag on the play. I want to challenge that.
Okay, go ahead. His is tipping it. His is touching it. It's touching it. But I just feel like
Callum's tie is.
It's touching it.
The tip is in, dude.
You mean like it's in?
It's touching the right on his seam.
But
so sorry,
I just think it's too short. That's what I'm saying. I think Drew's is better just because it should be longer with a really high waisted pant. Conventionally, yeah. But don't you think that tie looks just too short?
No, I don't, because I think it's intentionally that short because it's
because of the whole look.
Yeah, it's you don't want to have to. Oh my God, I'm freaking out because I'm like struggling to explain myself.
No, I get it.
It's so anchored with the black pieces that if the tie were to be any longer, I think it would take away from like the uniqueness of the suiting.
You mean it would draw more attention to the tie versus the whole look?
I think it would seem proportionate to the point that it's like unflattering and boring. The difference is that Drew Starkey's suit, like in its entirety, is just a lot baggier and bigger.
I get that.
Therefore, the tie works to be a little bit longer. It's a little more fitted on Callum, which means I think that he can go a little more unconventional with a shorter tie, and it's also wider as well.
Do you know who he is? Callum Turner? Not Callum Turner.
No, I don't.
Callum Harper. I'm sorry. Callum Turner is an actor. Callum Harper. Yeah. Well, either way, well done, dude. You killed it.
Do you know who he is?
No, I don't. TikTok.
He's a TikTok boy.
No, but
he's a model though. He's a TikTok guy who makes TikToks about being a model. So he's really a model.
Okay.
Shout out you, Callan.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Well, you made it to the Oscars. Well done. But yeah, Drew Starkey. I'm glad that he didn't wear this to the Oscars. Like if Callum was in this look, it would have been a little funky, because this is more of like a suit look. And this for the Vanity Fair party is beautiful, because everyone knows that Saint Laurent's doing this right now. So for him to pull this off at that party is perfect. Well done. Another Warren Alfie Baker boy right there.
Oh,
Warren Alfie Baker boys. That's what we should be calling. We'll call him.
My God, I want to be
like a little fan club. Yeah, that's good. Okay, we're gonna move on here to
Wabbies.
Wabbies.
Warren Alfie Baker boys. Wabbies.
I like it. Speaking of boys, we're gonna go to the Wicked guys. The only issue I had with the Oscars opening up with that number, the entire rest of the night, I'm whistling to myself that song like constantly. And then of course I woke up this morning, had to play for the kid. It was just So for the next week we'll just be listening to the Wicked soundtrack. But no, we have your boy Jeff Goldblum here in a Prada look. So the reason why I'm kind of grouping these guys together is because they did have the movie of the year. If you think about the attention and everyone talking about film this year, you can't not talk about film.
The box office accolades.
100%. And Wicked absolutely crushed it, obviously opening the Oscars with that number. He's obviously brought a lot of color and attitude to his looks, but I do like the fact that, I don't know, when you see that look, I just think of Wicked. He did the flower thing on the brooch, and I believe this is a Prada look. Fun multicolor shirt, black bow tie, and a white tuxedo jacket, black trouser, which is on the wider side, which is great for him. Overall, love the look, especially for the Oscars. What do you think about this one?
I would have changed the undershirt to something a little less distracting because I would want the flowers on the lapel to show out. So give me more of like a muted polka dot, or maybe I like houndstooth recently.
I like that.
I'd put, but you know what?
But he's also wearing a purple scarf.
The scarf.
With it. Right.
Then you know what? Reverse it, flip it and reverse it. Put a purple shirt with the black bow tie with the floral print scarf.
Love that. Oh, I see that. I see what you're doing.
Invert the whole thing.
Yeah.
He was very funny last night, especially during the red carpet interviews.
Him
and his wife are always just funny.
Yeah. The whole red carpet interview thing, I'm trying to figure out how we can infiltrate that whole thing. Because they had what's his name, Palmer from on ABC. He's great because he's an athlete. He went to University of Florida. He played for the football team. He's great with these guests because he's a good interviewer, but he knows nothing about fashion. I think there still is an open world for us to be at these red carpet events.
With the people I was talking to, I was like, there's the bird's eye spot with Kelty and that guy. Is that the guy you're talking about?
His name's like Jordan Palmer. Yeah.
You're there because you and Kelty would be like talking about the whole thing and being.
When you say who's Kelty? What are you saying?
The blonde girl.
No, the dancer. She's the what's her name?
Kelty Knight.
Kelty. I don't know. Maybe we're talking about a different thing.
We're talking about two different people.
Okay, I'm sorry. So
Kelty Knight and some guy talk up at the booth up top.
Yeah, okay. So
you're up there with her and you're talking about like, wow.
And you're down interviewing the people.
And I'm like cracking jokes.
100%. Yeah.
And you know what? As much as I love Christian Siriano and I love how generous he is with like making dresses for people, I want to see us on that like pre-show, and I think we could have a lot more insightful.
My question to you is, are you going to do a fake tan? The amount of fake tanner on that red carpet, you can't hug. Obviously, makeup wise, you can't hug anyone anyway. But like even the guys, it is wild.
I'd lean into it. Like, never mind.
Just a shade darker, not that dark. Okay.
So John M. Chu looks amazing.
So good. I love the fact that he leaned into the Wicked world and went instead of going like a black tuxedo, he went with a beautiful green jacket and black trouser, black bow tie. So I will say a tuxedo jacket, a suit jacket cut with the arms really short with the shirt poking out, I think is a little too much, right? With the suit, but with the tuxedo, you can get away with it because the cuffs. You have the cuff links there. There's a lot going on to kind of show that off, especially with the watch. So with the tuxedo jacket, you can get away with having really short arm lengths on the look. It also just looks like he might have even pulled it up because you can tell it's a wrinkling around the arm sleeve there. But overall, I think he looks great. What do you think about him?
So I'm confused because though it's green, it still looks like a tuxedo jacket.
Oh, it's 100% a tuxedo jacket. Yeah.
But the sleeves don't work.
No, I'm saying the sleeves do work. I'm saying with the tuxedo, they do work because they're so short.
See,
to show off the arm.
I thought you lost your mind right there. I thought you were calling that a suit jacket. And I was like, brother.
No.
Do I have to take over the show?
Yeah, you.
No. Okay, I understand.
When you see like a suit that's cut too short where you see too much of the sleeve, I think it's really noticeable. With the tuxedo, you can get away with it just because
it's more conventional. Like we're used to seeing that.
I think so.
Is there a rule about it?
Definitely no rule. I think you definitely want to see the cuff of the shirt with the white poking out. That's a lot of white, but I think it is intentional because you want to show the cufflink off. You want to show more of the shirt off.
Do you think, I have one more question and then we'll move on to
please.
My boy.
Yeah.
Do you think that like the shorter tailoring with Tom Brown, with like having a shorter sleeve with the cufflinks coming through, is that recognized as like a more elevated look? Because I go back to like Shakespearean times when like the pants only go to the shins, and like is it more regal to have shorter tailoring?
I don't think it's more regal. I think it's actually more like purposeful. Like I think it's just to kind of not necessarily show off everything, but yeah, I just think it's the whole, like they had people there to make sure that things like
it's more
correct.
intentional.
Yeah, it's definitely more intentional. Like it didn't make sense to have
and
things
it shows the
long.
craftsmanship. I understand.
Right, exactly, craftsmanship of the piece, right? Like speaking of someone like that, Paul Tazwell from the costume designer of Wicked, who took home the Oscar. Obviously, there was no way he wasn't going to win that award. I feel
Bowen Yang was so appreciative,
right? Which was great, and that whole segment was actually really good at the Oscars as well. But he looks tremendous. Of like a very whimsical look here. Of course, being a costume designer, we had to point him out. So he's in a black tuxedo, and the cummerbund almost looks like a vest wrapped around the waist, which I love. Has a little bit of that like pirate shirt and like a brooch on where the bow tie would actually go. So it has a little bit of attitude right there. And the cut of it is beautiful. Very straight leg. Overall, very, very, very good look. What do you think about this one?
I really have nothing to say except for that piece right at the neckline.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. And another thing is that I've seen almost everybody wearing patent leather shoes except for Andrew Garfield.
Yeah. With the brown, right? Well, it's
you're the only guy wearing sunglasses and brown shoes at the Oscars.
Well, I do think it's probably impossible to find a brown, but even with that look, you could have gone away with a black patent shoe. But
I was asking somebody, like, why is everybody wearing black patent leather shoes? But I think it's
tuxedo.
You're kind of supposed to.
Yeah, you're supposed to. And but I going with this look, I love. It almost has to be like that silk shiny look to. I think that dresses it up even more. If it was like a flat white, it would be a little that very
piratey.
Look
empty.
Yeah. But no, overall, looks tremendous there. We're rounding it out. So personally, this was my favorite. I did feel
Invigorated?
When GQ came out with their favorite looks, this was
validated.
Number one. Validated. That's what I'm sorry. And with this actually the
invigorated. You're like,
yeah, you
exactly.
I was so pumped up. No, I'm sorry. Before we get to the best actors, real quick, we're gonna crawl into our boy Jeremy Strong here. Once I find his look. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Laurel Piana, almost like a. How would you describe this kind of color? This is, he had slime green.
Dirty olive.
Olive. There we go. Perfect.
Oh, it's like a really dirty martini.
Dirty martini. Yeah.
Pour olive juice in it. Yeah.
I love this look. Again, this is a
bong
baker,
water.
Bong. Okay. Yeah.
Bong water brown. I love it.
This is getting into. This is another baker boy. Warren Duffy baker boy right here. With the flat bow tie. Overall, the fit of this is great. I will say the pants are pretty skinny. However, it goes into the loafer look, seeing a little bit of the sock right there. Overall, a great look. The matching tie into the tuxedo with the white shirt, very, very clean. Especially coming into like what he was wearing to the Golden Globes and all the other stuff was kind of very, very gimmicky. This one, very classy, beautifully done. What do you think?
I don't love it.
You don't like it?
Yeah. So when I look at him, he looks like a 6-year-old coming downstairs in his PJs, and he's going, "Mom, I fold up." It like the pants look. He looks so short because of how the pants are tailored. No, I do think that it's the pants being too tight, the socks being the same color as the pants, and the shoes just straight up looking like slippers.
Yeah, true. Again, another monochromatic situation. You almost wish it would be like the same color of the whole look, or
And or just wear a Chelsea boot or something. Like
something like that,
don't show me any sock, and I don't know. It's totally underwhelming to me. However, love that flattened ribbon, flattened bow tie.
Yeah, I like that look. Right, just to show a little difference rather than like the normal conventional bow tie or even the long tie. Having something different like that. It is a great opportunity to just set yourself out, and then we have our boy. This is a tough name. Mark Edelstein is the guy from Anora. Great performance in the movie. Also, probably one of the first. That was his first acting role.
Films in like Eastern Europe, but.
I love this look. Double-breasted tuxedo with a white bow tie. Again, guys, whenever it's a black tie event, you don't have to wear an actual black tie or a black bow tie. Feel free to match it up with a white bow tie. I love this look. I just wanted to show it just because it's a great execution. The fact that like the sleeves are a little long, obviously, and the pants are a little long, but I think that goes with the look. Overall, I like this one. What do you think about this look?
It's classic. It's elevated. I almost thought that it was an air tie, which there were quite a few of.
The air ties. I'm telling you, the air ties. Like, you know who made this is Balenciaga.
Oh wow!
Yeah, which lends itself to like the length of the suit and like length of the tuxedo and the pants and the jacket.
Yeah, there's like
a little different.
A tiny little unconventional quirks about the suit, but I do love that he stepped outside of the box and did a white bow tie rather than just going straight black.
Yeah, love it. And we finally are getting to the best actors. This is our final little segment here. Mm-hmm. And these guys look like they brought it all award season. We will discuss. Let's talk about Adrian Brody first. He went pretty conventional the entire route. The one award show, which I believe was the Golden Globes, is when he won the Tom Brown, the short proportions. He went very classy this round. I believe it was an Armani tuxedo. And what I love about this one is he went with the brooch on the jacket versus doing it on the lapel, because it is a bigger brooch. It almost looks like it has like a little peacock situation. But versus brooch going on the jacket versus the lapel. What do you think about this one?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Yeah.
You wish it was on the lapel.
Yeah, I wish it didn't exist.
Oh, so you want him just to go straight up, just a tuxedo as it is?
Yeah, like I said in the beginning, it's fun to see the trends or like the little through lines that these stylists and celebrities do, and obviously his were these elegant Tiffany brooches. I don't know if they were all Tiffany, but it doesn't work for this one in particular, and I think it would have been a much better finale if he just was Adrian Brody, the actor, with nothing else sort of standing in front of him.
Yeah.
Emeralds, however, there's an emerald on the brooch.
Yeah.
Were huge last night. Tons of emeralds.
Yeah. I don't think he was going to change anything. I think kind of going into it, knowing he was most likely going to win, obviously no reason to really go super loud with the look. So obviously keeping it conventional. Kudos to you. Obviously too long of a speech, but great performance regardless. Speaking of too loud, Mr. Butterstick, Timothy Chalamet. There's been I have a good friend of mine, Ramiro Carrion, who I love to death, has been sending me so many memes about this look. Curious George came out, SpongeBob SquarePants. What's funny, as soon as my wife Kelly saw this, she started singing Beauty and the Beast, because whenever you see that color, she think of Belle's dress. Yeah. So overall, yeah. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I love the attempt just to be different. It's like a butter yellow tuxedo jacket, cropped, right, with a pretty silky shirt and pants that are technically jeans, because if you look at them, there's the fly with the belt loops in the pocket. A little on the longer side with the black shoe, a little on the funkier side. Obviously, it's gonna be Timothy Chalamet, rounding out this award season that has been all over the place. So it's a little just different, little unconventional. I like the idea of the crop tuxedo jacket just to be a little, I guess, different. But what do you think about this one?
By Givenchy, by the way.
Givenchy, yes, yes.
This is what I wanted out of all of these best actors. I think Sebastian Stan did a wonderful job bringing us a good finale. But Timothée Chalamet is my standout for the best actors. Yeah.
You loved it.
I don't love the look, but I love the risk and the what's the word that we use? The effort? No, the attempt.
The attempt is there. Yeah.
The color is so off-putting that I like it. It doesn't remind me of butter. I think I agree with Kelly. I'm starting to like. I want to start talking in a French accent.
Exactly. That's exactly what she did. Honestly,
I love the black shoes. I love that like puffy, coiffed black hair. This is a great finale. I almost wish he wore the all leather with the slime green and the Cartier to this.
This one, yeah, I know.
Honestly, the butter yellow was the way to go to just make everyone either love him or hate him.
It's always fun to see what designer they're wearing, because to let people in behind the curtain a little bit, a lot of these actors get paid to wear certain brands, right? I don't know. That's why I'm talking lower. I don't know if he was offered anything.
Yeah, probably not. But
he's never worn Givenchy before.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
There could be, and he wore it to the Vanity Fair party. So I don't know if there were, but
we should get Taylor McNeil on here.
Overall, I love the attempt. I like the fact that he continued it into the Vanity Fair party. So he also wore it was almost like a brown version of this to the party. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to try to find a close up, but we didn't talk about the tiny little pearl. It's
they've done such a good job of all the jewelry that he's worn this whole award season. And if we get her on, I would love to discuss just what the conversation is between him and her. If she showed him all those things going into every look, and how they put it together. But overall, I love the attempt. Obviously, he's going to get people talking. I think that's a lot of the decision that he's making is what's going to get people talking. Mm-hmm. If he just came in a black tuxedo, that we don't expect.
He's striving for greatness.
Exactly. You're right. There we go. I love that.
He is actually wearing Tom Ford for the after.
Is he really? Okay, so he wasn't wearing. Okay, so I didn't have to whisper in that regard. Okay, because of Hader Ackerman being at Tom Ford. Okay, up next we have Coleman Domingo, our mainstay in all of these episodes. And so you obviously have come out and said that you didn't like this one.
I hate this. Now that I'm seeing it again, the only thing I like about it is the air tie.
I love the look. It was the only look on the carpet that was red. Obviously with guys, it's such a bold choice. I do love the fact that it's not all red. So he's in a red tuxedo jacket, black lapels, red shirt, no bow tie. Again, like Sally said, it's an air tie situation with the black trouser and black shoes.
Took the sunglasses off.
The rose lens sunglasses. And what I love about the jacket is it's almost like a robe. So it has a tie sash situation going on.
You call it a breakfast coat? No,
breakfast coat is like the longer
one.
No, but the fact that it has the tying aspect, it's an amazing detail. Again, this is Valentino, and he's been wearing Valentino a lot over the award season. Personally, I love the look. I don't see that he has also a tiny brooch on the left side of the lapel. I don't think that's necessary at all because it's so small. And the jewelry on his wrists and everything.
It's
just
enough.
Leave that, right?
Yeah,
just leave
I
that.
agree.
Exactly.
And
so
I think it's placed wrong. The brooch is like all the way at the corner.
It should be on the right in the middle of the lapel, if anything, or just pick a bigger brooch, right? Just so small.
Ooh, go big or go home.
He should have what Adrian Brody wore, like that big of a,
yes, exactly.
Right. So I see what you're saying there. Overall, I love the fit of it all. The jacket fits to perfection. The straight leg of the trouser, I think, is really great. Overall, his looks out of any of the 5 actors that have been nominated throughout this whole award season, he has definitely brought it. Every single one, because he's gone to every show. Timothy obviously has done his thing as well. But overall, I would give my award to the best dressed person. Especially best actor category, obviously to Coleman Domingo. And also just to go for these. This is really bold choices, not easy to pull off, and he has pulled them off.
Because it's so unabashedly him.
Right.
Timothée Chalamet has been doing a Bob Dylan thing, and Sebastian Stan, he's just been elevating himself. But Coleman Domingo has done nothing in the ordinary or in the boxes, and has just done everything the way that he's wanted to do, including whatever his title says. But The main thing I don't like about this is the sash, the tie.
Yeah.
I wish it just was a regular button because I would have liked it a lot better.
I get that. It is a little distracting, especially having them both hang down. I'm curious the whole like going to the bathroom situation if he has to untie it, check the mirror, make sure he's tying it right. Can you do me a favor? Obviously, just taking a break from the fashion real quick. Can you talk about Sing Sing real quick? You and Sam are the only guys that I know who have seen the movie. Can you just discuss real quick what the movie's about and why he was nominated?
Did I say I saw the movie? Yeah, I didn't see the movie.
Oh, I swear to God, you saw it.
I think.
Are you the only one that saw it?
Yeah,
Sam?
I was dying to see it.
I was telling him to see it.
Okay, well,
Sorry.
Sally hasn't seen the movie.
Sorry.
So,
but I think
it was really good.
But I'm gonna stare at Sam while I describe it.
And up next, who I again thought was the best dressed, Sebastian Stan. Michael Fisher did a great job. Has done a great job with him throughout award season and over the past. Black tuxedo, very conventional. He has the wingtip shirt, so the bow tie is actually showing around the neck. And also what I love about this is just like a cream yellow shirt, right? And I think that's where even Conan did it last night, where he's wearing a navy tuxedo with a light blue shirt. Don't feel like you're obligated to wear a white shirt. Throw in a different color, a lighter shade versus the darker tuxedo that you're wearing. Overall, lovely, lovely look. What do you think about this one?
I also love it. It was almost my top look after or before I saw Drew Starkey and Callum Harper. I agree. I like, you don't want to go too crazy with like a bright purple or like a neon. Oh my God, I almost said neon green.
Yeah, right.
Yikes. But subtlety, I think, is key, especially for events like the Oscars. And if you're not trying to do anything out of the box like the aforementioned actors. What I love about this and what I really noticed and recognized and appreciated for the first time, I think, really, was the wingtip collar because of the color, because it wasn't that stark white and I don't even want to really look at the detail. I love the contrast of the cream with the black band going straight through it. It's so it's like 1920s. And I love all the women that were pulling 1920s looks. All the rhinestone. Oh my God! We're on the last person. I love the fashion.
You're right. This is a very vintage look, and looking at it, I didn't think it was, but I think the fact that the color of the shirt, it has like almost like a vintage old feel to it, like because it's like a cream off white color. I agree with you. It has that vintage look, especially with the bow tie being and the shirt being the way it is. And I love the grooming. I think having that shadow, like the 5 o'clock shadow, and the hair looks great overall. And the tie is like, I'm sorry, the watch is like you can see it from a mile away. Overall, really well done by him and Michael Fisher over there. And man, that's the Oscars.
Love that.
Yeah. Overall, great show. We are sad to see the whole movie industry go. Now, what good movies are coming out now?
Wicked Part 2.
November. So we gotta wait for November to see a good movie.
I guess that's the only good movie coming out.
No, we're excited to see. We are gonna try and line up some guests here. I think now that we are gonna get into some shows that we don't have something specific to discuss, I think we'll have some guests on, some celebrities to promote some stuff, and also just some groomers and people to help out. We gotta get a trainer involved. Reagan, do you know a trainer that we can get on the show? Okay, we gotta get a good trainer on the show because Sally's working his ass off and he's dropping. Feeling good?
Yeah. Oh, feel great.
Are we still not eating after 7 o'clock?
Well, the last 2 nights were kind of bad.
Okay. Well, let's.
It's been.
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot. Hey, what's up, folks? Check us out at Manly Things Pod on Instagram and TikTok, where we post all shorts and clips and also some behind the scenes clips of the shows.
ManlyThingsPod.com. Please email us some looks. Now is a good time to email us looks. We want to hear from you. info@manlythingspod.com, because we don't have a lot of people to discuss these days. So we want to talk about you guys and the basic ass looks you guys are pulling off after talking about these celebrities. But Thanks for sticking with us. I know these episodes talking about celebrities and these looks, we're trying to make that achievable for you guys. If you come away learning something, that's our goal, right? And this was the dream of the podcast, to try and help you guys and give you inside looks at celebrity red carpet life. And so for the next couple weeks, months, we're gonna talk about you guys and help people out.
I hope we can
help people.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, we'll see. This has been Manly Things.
Sort of.